Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have missed y'all. I was on vacation, but today I'm gonna go around the homestead and show you what's new. So we have these red roses that are coming up. They're really beautiful. So I trimmed one and I'm looking for the perfect vase. I got these 4 little vases as a gift and they are so cute, especially to put like one red rose or a few little wildflowers. I love to put little fresh flowers in these vases and put them around my home. They really bring some cheerful feelings to the home and I really love doing that. So let's put some water in this vase and get our beautiful red rose in there. I think I'm gonna set this rose on the counter in my kitchen, and every time I see it, I know it'll bring a smile to my face. So I have a few different things happening in the homestead. As y'all know, I'm done with my garden, but there's still some things coming up, like these new Muscadine grapes and Mustang grapes. So we have wild grapes here in Texas, and these are what they look like. They grow wild on top of trees, and they are really tart and almost like hard, but you can make jellies out of them, and so that's what I am planning to do. We have 2 varieties, which is the Muscadine grape and the Mustang grape. And so I'm gonna go ahead and probably pick these in the next few days. As you can see, they're still quite green. There's some that are, already turning red or purple, whatever you want to call them. And so once they're ready, I'm gonna go ahead and pick them and make some jellies for y'all. So over here is our fig tree. We are still getting figs. We had gotten a bunch of figs earlier in the season, and then we had these, leftover kind of green figs that were still on the trees. So they do kind of 2 different times of producing. And so now we're getting to that second time. And so if you look around, some of them are starting to be ready to pick. So we're going to get some more figs here come soon. And then I think that'll be it for the summer. Figs are really good to eat just as they are, and you can also make preserves or jams out of them. And so I think that I'll make a preserve this time and pair it with some cheese. So these are apples. This is an apple tree that didn't produce, and it's kind of gotten a little bit out of control. We're going to have to trim it down, but it is really producing a lot of different little limbs. We will have to trim it down and find the tree that we want to keep though. So that's an apple tree there. Let's keep walking along the homestead and see what else is happening. Over here by the fence where the horses are, there is a big grapefruit tree, and as you can see, it is full of grapefruit. These won't be ready for quite a while, but you can see there's lots of them. They usually come to be ready sometime around almost winter time. So they have quite a bit more time to grow and develop on the tree. The horses and the cows don't seem to like these. They don't really mess with them too much. So they're right next to the fence line where the horses are, but they never really get eaten or messed with. So it's a good tree to plant along my fence line because they don't seem to like grapefruit or the citrus leaves. But the plum trees or the peach trees, they absolutely love to eat the leaves off of them and the fruit as well. So over here is some hay. We have gotten some hay for our cows and horses. We just kind of parked it here, so I just wanted to show you. I think hay is kind of pretty. So that is 2 big bales of hay for our horses and cows. Along the fence line there, sometimes I'll find grapes as well. I don't think there are any on this side, but that's usually where they grow, like along the fence line, on the trees, just kind of hanging over. These are some pepper plants that I transplanted. I'm putting out a video soon where I'm showing how to transplant them. They are doing okay. I just picked a bell pepper off of that one that was done producing, but they aren't doing the best as they were earlier in the season, but they're still hanging in there. My roses are doing very well. I'm getting red roses for the most part, but the other day I saw a white rose. These are beauty berries. They grow pretty wild here in Texas. They're very beautiful to look at, and they nourish the birds as they're going on their migration, but they are also good for medicinal purposes. You can make teas that will help with your stomach, you know, if you're having nausea or any stomach issues. And I believe Native Americans use these for different things like that. I've never really made any teas or used them in my food that I personally consume, but I'm considering maybe trying something soon. I love to look at them and just take pictures of them. These are my zinnia flowers. They have been really weird this year. Usually they're very tall, beautiful flowers, but this year they're like small, skinny, and they've grown out of the pot, and you can see they've flowered, but they're a lot smaller than they should be. So I think they got way too much water in the beginning of the season. That's the only thing I can think of. Thank you so much for coming along this little walk and tour of the homestead. I'm glad to be back, and I'll see you in the next video.